since you're in this business of AI and blockchain, and AI is something that we cannot ignore whatsoever, right? Now, a lot of people are here to say that, hey, AI will take your job. AI is dangerous. But AI is very interesting to what it has shown us right now. How many of us have used Chat GTP? Let me ask that.
Nice.
You haven't used? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 So we all have used Chat GTP. How many of us have used Mid Journey? Interesting. So these are a few, which are really killing it in the space. But I'm very keen and very interested to know from you is that how is AI, or rather, how will AI impact blockchain, which we all are, really concerned and worried about.
Also, I want to ask, besides ChatGPT and Midjourney, who using AI tools, other AI tools in their businesses? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And who knows that in LinkedIn or in Facebook you can use ChatGPT inside? Who knows that? Okay, just one. Because we are all of us were using LinkedIn, I think it's much helpful for us to use GPT inside, and it saves time. Regarding your question, I think in the near future, when I say near future, it's like 5, 10 years. And many people afraid that AI will take their jobs, the developers, the designers, and others. So I think, and I want to say that it won't happen so fast. But I believe that in 10, 15 years, many positions will be changed. So more and more people should be more creatively, because people that will be more creatively, they will be ahead in the future. And we're seeing like today prompt engineering, new positions, we're seeing solutions that writing smart contracts based on AI, checking the smart contracts, and less developers needed right now. So just be more creatively and you will be ahead.
I was doing some homework, the oldest form, or rather one of the oldest form of punishment for students. And then I was trying to figure out, how is the traction that blockchain versus AI. In Google, apparently, there are 4 billion entries of blockchain and 8 billion for AI and Chat GTP. And Chat GTP is about 3 months out in the open, but blockchain has been for the longest time. So that clearly shows that when it comes to AI, it is an enabler. A lot of us are scared. A lot of us are wondering, whether we will be able to continue what we are doing. Most probably not. This is what I think, and this is what I understand. That most probably what you're doing may not be there in the future, other than, like nurses, health workers. However, we are a species of smart human beings. We are a species that learns to adapt very quickly, and which we need to do. When the electricity was invented, we never realized that someone could charge a device that folds into half and you could talk on video with people around the world, right? Now that is the beauty. Most of us, or rather every one of us, haven't even realized the potential what blockchain and what AI can do in the next 20 or 30 years. I was talking to the founder of Voice Life, who is doing energy work, which is nothing to do in terms of like hardcore blockchain. But all his entries and all his transactions are happening on blockchain. So blockchain as a technology is definitely there, but AI is an enabler. AI will help you to do what you did in 10 hours, maybe in 2 or 3 hours. Now that is the
In a
benefit
few
of
minutes.
in a few minutes. There you go. Alexander dropped the truth bomb in a few minutes, right? You have a writer's block. You go down and you talk. Right now, we all love to talk. We all love to exchange ideas, and that is why we are here, because we love to talk, we love to listen, and this is a beautiful marriage. And a while ago, we were saying that, oh, that marriage of AI and blockchain is very important. We will see it over a period of time. But if there are any devs or if there are any founders here, and if you're thinking that you could do all your work with AI, welcome to reality.
Another thing that I want to mention, that a lot of us, we have blockchain and crypto projects. We have tokenization. And today we have tools that are based on AI that can predict what will happen with the token. And in the future, it will be much easier to do due diligence for companies, for projects based on AI.
Absolutely, because AI understands pattern, and every human being, every project will have a pattern. I was reading about how AI can also. Liz, can we have some water? Sorry, thank you. So I was reading this, that how AI will be able to predict patterns and will tell you if a project could potentially do a rug pull or not. Now these are very important things, because when we come right in front of you, the way we are presenting ourselves, thank you, is a very different, perhaps, what we might be or what our actions might be. But AI is going to take all the data points and will be able to give you guys guidelines. But at the end of the day, it is the humans who are taking the decision to go or no go.
And one more thing, because we are consulting companies how to integrate AI, we think that right now, if we compare those days, let's say a year ago, and a project that wants to build and make the onboarding, a year ago it takes like months, year and a half. Today, with AI tools, you can make the onboarding like months in 2 months.
I was just speaking with the co-founder of Medieval Empires, which is a very famous and a very interesting Web3 game. And I was asking how they are using AI in their day-to-day life. Because if I'm talking about AI, I would like to know a lot more from people in the other spectrums of the Web3 and blockchain. Now, he gave me a very interesting thing. He said that we have become more efficient in our work, and also at the same time, their small little team is doing a lot more work than they would have done. So the productivity has increased. Like we humans, because of our emotional quotient, have something which we call, like breakdowns, or inability to understand small things at times if we are stressed. But AI gives us that edge to become slightly better.
I want to ask the people that are here, how are you using an AI? Can somebody tell us that without not just GPT in your projects, if there are people that using and how?
Yes, we would love to know. Is there somebody who can give them the mic?
And this gentleman,
Mic.
please.
Only two mics. Okay.
It's very interesting how people using today AI in their projects.
Hi.
It's opened?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Tahir. I am a senior developer manager. For me, AI is not something new. Like as a developer, there has been GitHub Copilot for a long time. Not for a long time, but like for the last 1 year. And the way I have been using AI in my day-to-day work is generating code snippets, generating algorithms, generating the things which you used to Google. Now that is in your IDE, which is your editor, your code editor and everything. So that's one of the very interesting applications for me when it comes to AI. then composing emails, and a lot of other things. The Grammarly thing, the one which is kind of when you compose email.
You just mentioned that AI, it's not new. Of course, AI, it's already for 30, 40 years, but today is open for everyone.
Yeah.
That is the reason, and I think that is the real revolution that happened in 2023.
Definitely, along with like ChatGPT coming into the picture now, each and everyone knows about AI. Like more people know about it. But as I mentioned, these are the core applications which I have been doing for my projects and everything. So Grammarly for composing emails, then GitHub Copilot for getting piece of code, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you. And this gentleman, yeah.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Since you're a dev, what will not be replaced by AI according to you as of now?
Logical reasoning.
Logical reasoning. You're saying that humans are much better at that?
Not much better. The machines will always give you good reasoning, but humans can make out basically what would be the more applicable to a certain situation or certain implementation. So it's logical reasoning, it's your problem solving, and there are a lot of other things which you need in order to kind of give more information to AI. So for me, it's not just AI as we mentioned, AI is an enabler. So when we think about a solution, we Google it and we go to like this applications and stuff to find out solution. So you need that thinking, you need that way of
Got
questioning.
it. Logical reasoning. Superb.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Can you pass on the mic to this gentleman?
Yes, my background's in healthcare technology, and we've used NLP, natural language processing, for years on healthcare applications. Also, computer vision with digital pathology for analyzing slides, analyzing radiology, different things. So we've applied many different types of traditional AI with machine learning sometimes.
For how many years?
Well, first time we ever did, we did sentiment analysis 2007, 2008. We did computer vision with diagnostics, 2010, 11, 12. In 2017, there was a white paper that really transitioned a lot of this stuff that's been the evolution now. And then now when you get into generative AI and some of the big changes there, I'm Chief Product Officer for Syscoin, and we have Layer 1, Layer 2 applications. And we have an app called SuperDAP, which we have a partnership with Travala, their crypto travel agency. And we're incorporating ChatGPT on the front end of that. So for consumer and business travel, you'll be able to use ChatGPT.
So actually you integrated ChatGPT in the travel app.
Into the app, so you'll just be able to say, I need to book a flight to X location for this many people, a 4 or 5 star experience, whatever we want. We like this kind of food. These are the food allergies, all these different things. The app will put all of it together, and then you pay with your crypto.
Amazing. By the way, I built for my mom a trip abroad in few minutes, and it's built like a table with how many hours, where you want to go, places that you want to visit. Amazing. Thank you, by the way.
Sorry, I thought you were also asking a question, and then I realized the question was, how are you using it in your space?
Yes, you asked me about how. That's what we're doing.
And yes, please. He wants to answer that. Yeah.
No, I just have a question, since you were discussing the previous point of what artificial intelligence cannot replace.
Yep.
Very basic. Can it replace emotional intelligence?
Yes.
Okay, and can you give us some examples?
So, in the West, there's a concept of a support animal. Are you aware of it? Okay. So basically, like you can have a cat or a dog, right? Which is like your support animal, support pet, which is your emotion. Sorry? I can't hear you.
Virtual pet or something
Now,
like that.
so virtual pet is on a different lines, but then when you have emotional quotient, right? There needs to be some barriers, right? Because even when we are listening to a friend and he is asking us for suggestions, we at times lose our ability to guide him correctly, or at times who are we even to guide them, right? Because what he's going is a unique problem, a unique situation that he's going through. But over a period of time, just answering to your question, there will be AI-trained modules that will be able to give you suggestions and guidelines and be a part of your journey. But there will be a lot of limitations. But I'm saying I'm using the word but is because the biggest challenge of emotional support is generally just listening to the other person. So I think that AI will do a great job than humans, right? Because we humans want to talk, we want to add on, but the AI will be like, okay, tell me what is your problem.
I think that the first positions that will be moved from the market, it's automation. So the automation, AI automation will be in manufacturing. You can see it in the security field, in the airports, in the hospitals, in the surgeries. So those are the positions that will be moved and the AI will integrate there. But we need to accept that the AI is here. We can't move it. It will be here. It will be integrated in our lives. So what I suggest and what I will do is accept it and work with it and integrate in my business, in my life, and in everywhere, basically.
Yeah, could you pass on the mic? Okay, yes, please. By the way, he's a fantastic artist. If you guys haven't connected with him, you should.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, my name is Hercules Fisherman. I'm a live painter and technologist. You were asking how artists use AI. In my case, I do live painting at events, and then one of the other things I do is I generate animation through an AI system where I scan the work and then I do a little bit of work on cleaning it up, and then it will create kind of a structure, a skeleton for the animation, and then there are the routines for it, like walking or jumping or whatever things are automatically applied. Before I've done animation before, and it would take me a number of days to do the same thing. I can do that in a matter of minutes.
So it's an enabler.
It's an enabler. It's like it frees me from doing all the menial work of like dividing, but I can concentrate on more creative aspects of the story and more on the drawing. So it free up a lot of my time.
Got it. Thank you. Anybody has any more questions? We would also love to make it very interactive. The mic's there.
I just want to give an example. I have a colleague, and she's a writer. And I showed her how to use ChatGPT, by the way, and Midjourney. And in 2 weeks, she wrote a book with animation. And in 1 day, she sold the book in many, many copies. It's an online book, and it was amazing. A book that takes months to produce. It was like in 2 weeks. So the guy wants to ask some question.
Yeah, thanks. So my name is Nagi. I am a lead data scientist in the e-commerce industry. And I have a question very business oriented. So for the past few years, I worked in different industries. So the banking, the retail, and consulting. And one of the main challenges I faced was mostly trying to prone AI in industries where you need to keep explainability. So let's say in a bank, of course, AI can bring lots of good stuff, improve business efficiency. But how do you think in the future companies will handle this part of, at the same time, trying to keep explainable stuff, explainable models and so, and also combine it with the trend of more and more complex AI models, AI technologies? So what do you think about this trend and this potential limitation?
You mean by how it will be integrated with hospitality between people?
Not hospitality, but if I take the example of the banking industry, regarding the regulators and so, it's not that easy to push complex models like pre-trained models based on deep learning and so we need to be able to explain the models either to regulators or investors. They want to keep things explainable. So it's a kind of limitation to push very complex and fancy models. So what do you think about this? Do you think that the companies that will not go upon this limitation will basically disappear, or?
I think it's a matter of time. Like 3 months ago, it was ChatGPT 3, then 3.5, and right now it's 4. And like Midjourney, it was 4, right now it's 5. So it will take a time. Of course, there are some positions that takes like a year, maybe 5 years. In the banking system is a bit more difficult, so maybe it will take more time. But of course, it will be in some point, but not right now.
I'm sorry, you will have to just tell me your question again.
My question was about the challenge that I faced personally in the different industries I work in, about trying to promote the use of AI, but at the same time, these industries want to keep explainable models, explainable things. So it's way complex. For example, to promote ChatGPT and so, if you have like to deal with investors and regulators that want to have like decision trees or simple things done because they want to keep things clear. So my question was about, how do you see this trend going in the next years? Will the companies that do not adapt disappear, or will there still be room for this kind of old school companies in the future?
Okay, thank you. Which phone do we all use generally? iPhones, right? And we want to upgrade to the newer model as soon as we can. If we have the financial bandwidth, we would like to buy the next iPhone 15. Am I right? Yes? Right? And maybe even iPhone 16 the next year. Am I right? Now, we have to, so, you know, when we upgrade our phone every year or 2 years, and if we are not upgrading our systems and our society, that is a failure of a leader. Now, it takes time for leaders to adapt. A lot of them want to play it safe. A lot of people want to play it easy. But this is the time of speed. This is the time of efficiency, because even a small kid who just walked up on stage can use ChatGPT and tell you that you were wrong here, right? Or you could have done this better. So the times are changing, and if we don't change, we would clearly be fossils. Because even the oldest brick and mortar company, like let's talk about the food industry, right? Who ever thought that this massive revolution would come into the food industry, where you are seated here and in maximum 30 minutes, hot food from your favorite restaurant around you is delivered.
By the way, you mentioned the food industry. I know a few chefs in a restaurant that they using Midjourney to promote their products, and it's amazing. So it helps, and we analyzed 2023, what will happen if we're comparing to 2022. And I think, from my opinion, 2023 is a year of possibilities and opportunities. So my suggestion, start using AI.
I would like to just add on to that. Let's start using AI more efficiently. Please give it a lot more love, right? I think it is it is getting a lot of hate right now. It is here to make a life easy. It is like the vacuum cleaner you have in the house. Earlier, you brushed your house manually, but then you have the vacuum cleaner, and now you have the robots where you don't even have to go ahead and do it. Just map it once, and it's doing it all on your own. So treat it like that, and we all are headed to a fantastic future. Let's quickly adapt. Let's quickly move on to an interesting future where we can contribute and grow together. But in the age of AI, let's not forget that kindness and compassion are equally important. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for having us over. Thank you, World Blockchain Summit. Thank you, Liz.